Convent is a building where religious sisters live, are very much an oasis in the midst of the city. So we have this convent here in the Bronx on a very busy street in a very, I would say, poor neighborhood. Especially as you go into the streets receding toward Jerome Avenue, is a lot of everyone on those streets are in Section 8. There's certainly poverty and there's homelessness. So our purpose for living where we live are the needs of the people. So we have a house in East Harlem and we have 2 in the Bronx. And so we live where we live because of the needs of the people that live there, to live among the people that we're called to serve. And so even though we're in the busiest city in the world, the city that never sleeps, the city of finance that drives the financial aspect of our nation, and a city that's been called the capital of the world, and all of these other things, also you could think of the fashion district, just the entertainment industry, and all of the things that find their home in New York City. And none of those things are the reason why we're here. We're here to meet the needs of the people who are most marginalized, most on the fringes. And so life for us here is it's wonderful, but it's living our life, which is a life of prayer, silence even, which might seem like a contradiction. Living in New York City, a life of silence and prayer and service, both of those things in our convents, and then going out from our convents. So there's this rhythm of life, like an ebb and flow to our life, where we return to the convent to pray and to be filled up with the grace that God gives us through his own presence sacramentally, which is a whole nother topic, so that we can then go out into the neighborhoods that we live in and serve the people and give to them what we've received from God, which is love and peace and serenity and tranquility that can only come from God, that can come from no material thing. And so that's kind of the flow of our life. So into the convent to receive and be filled up, and then out again to serve and to give, and then back to the convent to be filled up, and then out again to serve as best we can and to give. And it's a beautiful way of life. Okay. So right now there are people lining up in front of our convent here on Bainbridge Avenue, and these are our friends and our neighbors who come for some food assistance on a monthly basis. So we know them, and they come very, very regularly. There'll be a number of people today who are not part of our regular food give out. Receive the ham and the festive Christmas meal food, and so it'll be a really a fun and festive time. I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. So line of people down the street. So this is our convent, and this is the street. The line should be lining up. It's actually that way down the street. For those who are going to be singing Christmas carols, you out there, we're going to have you stand. So as you go out the door, to the left of the door in that area. I think that's where you were last year. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to intermix a little bit of bagpipe playing, I think, with caroling. So you could work that out. So maybe a little bit of both. And then people will come to the front of the line, and we have a list with their names on it, and Sister Claire will be the one to check them off. Once they're checked off, they'll receive 2 bags of food. And so the people giving out the bags will be at our front door and on the front steps. So they'll come to the front door, receive their bags of food. Then they'll receive a ham. We'll be giving those out from the back of our van. So we'll bring that around. We'll park that out front. And then next to the car, but on the sidewalk, there'll be a table with all of everyone's going to go away with one Christmas gift. They're all wrapped and over there. Some of you helped wrap those, so thank you for that. So they'll get their bags first, then their ham, then their gift. And then in the midst of all of that, we'll have a nice big team giving out hot chocolate and cookies during this whole time. And we'll also have a few people praying with people. So the hot chocolate station will be set up in the backyard, and you'll just be giving that out the whole time. And then everyone will go away happy. It's usually a very beautiful and festive give out, so it's a lot of fun. All right, so here's what everyone is doing. Sister Claire's going to be on the list. I'm just going to be around to answer questions and make sure everybody knows what they're doing, and especially for people outside if they have. Good morning. Buenos dias. Good morning. I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to you guys. And you're very welcome. We're glad you're here. We're going to get started in a minute. We're just going to need everyone to get into a single file line.
Turn around. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells,